the entire mythology is changing right now. The mythology of who we are and how we live is changing, and we can either sit around and let someone else decide what that's going to be for us, or we can get real and we can start to define it for ourselves and start to ask these important questions like, what kind of world do I want to live in? You know? And those who are asking these questions, it's on us to be responsible. It's on us to take responsibility for that. Because, you know, they'll take that authority if we give it away. But this is the crossroads, you know? So it's on us to find that inner authority to define the kind of world we want to live in. And we will start to connect with each other and start to build together. That's where we're at right now. That's what's necessary. So, you know, it may be on a smaller community scale. It may be just meeting with friends once a week in person, not over the internet. You know, meeting in person and starting to share ideas and starting to, you know, pray together, connect. You know, when I say pray, it's like it could be. It doesn't have to be one religion or any specific religion. Everyone can bring their own sacred text or their own prayers or feelings that they want to share in the circle. And part of prayer, as I understand it, is giving thanks. Is a big part is gratitude, right? Just expressing gratitude. What do we have to be grateful for, you know? And from there, it's a very powerful energy to give thanks and to sort of praise and honor life, you know, for the opportunity to be here and to envision what kind of world we want to be in, connected with that, you know. If we all do that in all over the world, consciousness will change, you know. The frequencies will change, and maybe not everyone's going to get on board. You know, maybe there's going to be a split, so to speak, or we can't take responsibility for everyone in the world because it's a longer story, but all these people who like want to control and want to be controlled, or they whatever they got going on, maybe it's their karma, or they just there's some type of master slave consciousness. If people want to stay in that, they're going to stay in that. But those of us who want to live in community, you know what I'm saying? When I say community, it doesn't need to be like authority telling people what to do. It's like we are operating from inner authority and we're operating with integrity. You know, that's priority. You know, to be good human beings is priority number one. That's what I learned just recently. I came to that realization that I think of it like that's the new currency. The new currency is having integrity and being a good human being as a necessity for manifesting the new world, right? Because those of us who come together to live in this way, we're going to need to trust each other, and we're going to need to be able to operate from a place of integrity, first within ourselves and then with each other. You know, it's a deeper concept, but real quick, I'll just share that I realized that money has to do with trust. Because when you think about a trust fund, what is it, you know what I'm saying, that has to do with, you know, money, right? And so money is an agreement that has to do with value, because people are not trusted to tell you the truth. And so this little piece of paper is like proof of some kind. I don't want to get into all that because it's a longer issue, but let me just break it down like this. we need to be able to we need to start to be able to trust each other as a baseline for exchange of goods and services and whatnot. So it's like the currency is begins within ourselves. Like I said, having integrity and being a good person. This is the new currency, because when we start to operate, the monetary system, we can't depend on that, right? The digital currency, no, it's not going to work. That's what they control. That's their way. So we're going to need to operate on a different level of frequency, and that frequency is going to be more in a trusting frequency, rather than a fearful frequency. And if people lose that trust or don't honor that trust, then we'll find a way for the people to either they just need to take responsibility, or they won't be there. And I don't know what that's going to look like exactly, but I see it as we start with ourselves, and then we teach our children in a good way. You know what I'm saying? And our community is operating as best we can. And then the children are going to be thinking in this way. I don't really want to try to change adults, people who are already super conditioned, but now is our time of deprogramming, decolonizing, remembering what it means to be a human being, and transforming, not passing on the trauma as best we can, not passing on that ancestral trauma, and through that healing is where the integration and where the connecting with our hearts, which is like being a good person. It's not like you need to act like a good person. It's just being who you are, being real, connected with the heart. It's natural. It's completely natural. We are all connected. That's just the natural way of life. So we don't need to try to be good. We just know that if I hurt you, I hurt myself. I hurt the community. This is just common sense 101. This is just what we know if we're not operating through the conditioning and the unresolved trauma, which most people are in this day and age, which is understandable. It's just now, like I said, going through the healing, then we can live in this way, integrated, living in this way, raising children in this way. It's natural. So then the new world will be manifested this way. Okay? So that's what I want to share today. And if we can begin on a small scale, just gathering with friends, doesn't need to be nothing too serious. It can be just fun and sharing and connecting. And, those of us who are down to network and build will begin to walk together in alignment in this direction. That's the way I see it. Thank you for watching. Much love, respect, and gratitude. Peace.